Yeah! What's good, YouTube? It's your man Rage King back with another one. Yes, another upload to the channel. And before we get started, I ask if y'all please get on there and hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that share button, hit that bell for notifications if you're new. Welcome to Remo Rage TV. This is how we do Rage and Rebels. Crown up. And if you're new to the crew, welcome to the Rage and Rebel Revolution. Now let's vibe. And y'all, we got some more news coming out of EA. Pause. Big pause. More news involving EA, I should say. Some news that actually has me pretty damn excited. Not even because of the game that they just announced coming out. No, and it's not the Black Panther video. Go check it out if you have not already. It's already on the channel. I'm talking about the game that's coming after this one involving EA. What am I talking about? I'll show you and give you a little history lesson because you know Rage can't keep his receipts. Let me show you something. So as you see right here, this ain't no black magic, it ain't no optical illusion, it ain't no Photoshop. EA returns to MMA with UFC 5. Now, I'm going to give y'all the details on what's going on with UFC 5 and why me personally, I am actually happy to see this game and the game that comes right after it. Pause. Alright, so we're going to react. That's just how we do it, and I'm going to give my thoughts. EA has announced a return to mixed martial arts video games with UFC 5 and a bare bones tweet that promises more information in September. Damn, this is a big game. I'm not gonna lie, this is a big year for video games. What a bounce back year for video games. Maybe not across the board, but seeing where we came from, coming out of that certain era, if y'all know what I'm talking about, the era, to see that we now are getting back into form and getting a regular release of video games and better video games, I'm happy to see it. Still need to get my ass a PS5 though, but let's continue. Coming soon, pause, reads the tweet below, which also includes a logo. So let's scroll down and take a look at this. This is a tweet from the EA Sports UFC Twitter page. Go drop them a follow if you'd like more information on that. If you decide you don't want to get it from me, you'd be making a mistake by that, but hey, whatever. You know it's my job to keep y'all informed on these games, man. Full reveal September 2023 coming soon. UFC 5. Sign up for more news. You can sign up here. And it looks like they have an official trailer. Let's watch this. Well, not a trailer, but a little snippet of what's to come. Pause. And as you see right here, here's the logo, the EA Sports UFC 5 with a broken 5 right here. Full reveal September 2023, y'all. It's already halfway through June, all right? So we got August and then September. It's not very long to wait. Not a very long wait at all, all right? Let's continue. EA Sports UFC game series is based on the Ultimate Fighting Championship and kicked off with EA Sports UFC in June 2014. It was the first UFC game since THQ sold the license to Electronic Arts, or EA as everyone knows it as. EA Sports UFC 2 game. Excuse me.
Where's that?
EA Sports UFC 2 came out in March 2016 before EA Sports UFC 3 launched in February 2018. EA Sports UFC 4 then came out August 2020, leaving the series quiet for the last 3 years. But it seems like if you pay attention, they seem like they have a cycle going on. Every 2 to 3 years, expect a UFC game. Because let's just be honest, careers in the UFC do not last long at all. It seems like this guy's a champion. He's a champion for maybe a year or two. He gets beat, then we never hear from him again. You understand what I'm saying? That's kind of how it goes in the UFC. Like that's not a career that lasts long at all. That lasts very long at all. Sorry, I keep getting tongue-tied. IGN's 8 out of 10 review called UFC 4 a largely iterative sequel that tightens up some looser parts, makes a few smart tweaks here and there, and doesn't rock the boat that much. And maybe that's why that game is rated lower to fans than it actually is to IGN. Because let's just be honest, IGN, sometimes y'all have a bias. Let's not act like y'all don't have a bias sometimes. Depending on the company, y'all definitely have a bias. The only time y'all want to truly give a true rating to something is when y'all not in that back pocket or the game is just so horrendously bad and y'all still find a way to give it a 5 or a 6 when it should be rated a 2 or a 3. I'm just saying. All right. Last month, EA underwent a major internal shakeup that split EA Games and EA Sports, with the former renamed EA Entertainment, and they signaled that EA intends to expand beyond games where possible. Cam Weber, who rose out of EA's football games, continues to lead EA Sports. And that is the end of the article, not a long article. So, with that being said, here is why I am truly excited about seeing UFC 5, because let's just be honest, though I do mess around with the UFC every now and then, I'm very aware of the UFC. I even have the last UFC game on my system. But this game right here only has me excited for one reason, and it's not because of UFC. It's because of this game that comes after it. Yes, I said it. The game that's supposedly supposed to come after UFC 5 is what I'm most excited about. Here's why I'm excited about UFC 5. Take a look at this. In a video I made back in 2021, you see this right here. EA has greenlit a Fight Night revival, but it's on pause. Why was it on pause? The new game, codenamed Moneyball, i.e. Fight Night, has entered early development and will resume after what? UFC 5. What just got announced? UFC 5. We're going to get more information in September. However, after that game drops, after a 10 to 12 year hiatus, Fight Night, the beloved boxing game that should have never taken a 10-year hiatus ever. And if you ask me, if you put it head to head with UFC, would have outsold UFC. Yes, I said that shit because I can prove. Well, I can't prove it with numbers right now, but I can definitely tell you more people would want to see a Fight Night game versus a UFC game. That's just my personal opinion, and I honestly think the sales would reflect that too if they were to sell head to head. I honestly would love to see that put to the test. But yes, the real reason why I am so excited to see UFC 5 being announced and being and more than likely coming out either later this year or early next year is because we get that much closer. We get that much closer to a Fight Night revival, and I personally cannot wait. Because let's just be honest, me personally, I felt that Undisputed or Esports Boxing Club or whatever the hell it's identifying as today, I felt that game was a major letdown. I really did. I understand it's from a smaller studio. They don't have as much money, but I felt that game, compared to what it should have been, was a major letdown. Notice how you really don't hear anybody talking about that game. You only see a few content creators even playing that game anymore, and that's for a reason. It's not because people got short attention spans or anything like that. It's just that the game did not have retainability. That game was so bare bones. You understand what I'm saying? The game was just so bare bones that I didn't really see it lasting that long anyway. It was exciting when it first dropped because people haven't had a boxing game in forever. But the game was more like a janky version of Fight Night Round 3 than it was its own boxing game. That's just my personal opinion. So with that being said, that's why I'm excited. That's the true reason why I'm excited for UFC 5. Not saying that I won't play the game or won't get the game or anything like that. I'm simply saying I'm more looking forward to what comes after UFC 5 because I knew once that game dropped, Fight Night is on the way, barring catastrophe. EA, do not screw this up. Do not screw this up. Don't come with no cancellations or anything. Y'all have billion-dollar budgets per game. Per game. Y'all are making damn near just as much money as the NFL and the NBA right now. All right? I don't want to hear no cancellations. I don't want to hear, oh, we couldn't do it because of this, because it's not going to sell. That game, Fight Night, is going to sell. It's been way too long. It's been way too long. So don't screw up UFC 5, and for goddamn sure, do not screw up Fight Night, which is to come right afterwards, all right? Don't do that. That would be a huge and grave mistake. People want Fight Night. It should have never left. It should have never left. So after y'all done with UFC 5 and everything like that, it's gonna be. I hope it's gonna be a good game, whatever. But Fight Night is gonna be where it's at for this guy right here. But that's just my opinion. Y'all let me know down in the comment section what y'all think about this news on UFC 5. And are you looking forward to UFC 5? Are you looking forward to Fight Night, which is reported over 2 years ago to come right afterwards, man? Pause. As long as y'all remain respectful and logical, we can have a conversation. But that's the end of my video. Hope y'all enjoyed. It's been a pleasure making it for you, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.